Good morning, everybody, and today is going to be our stock making day. I'm Miriam and welcome to Cooking Uncovered. Today I'm going to cover the very basic principles of general stock making. There's a wealth of information in your textbook or on the web about what the types of stocks and what a mirepoix is. It gives you a lovely visual here. It also talks about the principles of stock making, which of course we're going to go into today. So this is just basic stock making. The first thing you need to do is, okay, what type of bones do I want to use? Today I have chicken bones. So first of all, you need bones. Secondly, you need a pot, a large pot with cold water. So this pot is half full of cold water. So I'm simply going to put all my chicken bones in the cold water. To that, you want to add a mirepoix. Now a mirepoix is just a classical French term for onions, carrots, and celery. And the usual ratio is 2 to 1 to 1. So if it's 2 cups of onions, it's 1 cup of celery and 1 cup of carrots. And you combine them in your stock to make it this luscious, beautiful aroma. Now, I've got onions here, but notice what I've done, this is for you at home, I've gone to my fridge and I've pulled out all the little bits of onion that I can't use anymore because they're getting very old, and all I'm going to do is just a real rough chop of my onion. Now, if I feel I need more onion, I will cut this onion. Here's our carrots. With a stock, you don't even have to peel your carrots. You just make sure you're washing them. I'm going to take off the ends though, because they're kind of ratty and tatty. Take off the ends, and just again, rough dice these as well. So what we have is, we've got onions, carrots, now, and here comes the celery. So here's the carrots. I'm going to pop those into a bowl. And now my celery is over here. So I'm just going to take off the ugly end. Now this celery has been in the fridge for quite a while, and it's just starting to turn. Now I don't need all of this, but I am going to use the inside parts. So I'll put that aside. And again, with your celery, again, it's just a rough chop. You just want to get enough. So you want about the exact same size, same amount as the carrot. So that goes in your bowl. Now, I'm going to use also this, and as I've taught you at school, you put all your compostable in another bowl. So I'm just going to take off the stem end, take off the root end here. That goes in here. Cut it in half. Give it a quick peel. If you have a paring knife, use that as well. And again, a rough chop. So your stock is very interesting because you use stock to make your delicious soups. If you don't have fresh stock in hand, you can always make it with store-bought stocks or powder. But the best soups in the world start with the best stocks in the world, and this is how you make stocks. So here's my onion. Again, oops, ignore that. Okay, so now I've got twice as much onion as I do celery and carrots. So this goes into my stock pot. So celery, carrots, and twice as much onion to carrots and celery. All of it goes in. And what you want is you want the cold water to come up to the top of the vegetables. Don't worry about the size, that's fine. Now, at this point you've got to decide, what else do you have in your fridge that you want to use for stock? So look at here. I have all these little bits and pieces from my fridge that I can't use. This zucchini we peeled and used last night for zucchini noodles with sauce, with spaghetti sauce, so we used it instead of spaghetti. So I'm going to use the zucchini as well. That's going to be a great addition to the stock. Also, we have some lettuce that is starting to turn, and it's getting to the point where it's really brown, but it's not edible, but it's not bad yet. So in actual fact, I'm going to use all of this lettuce too for my stock. And it's just going to add to the deliciousness of the stock. Now you have to say, how do I season my stock? If you're going to season your stock, you start now seasoning it. So what we're going to use is bay leaves. So these are actually bay leaves from my sister's garden. They're beautiful, eh? So about 4 bay leaves. I'm going to use peppercorns, which look like this. Black peppercorns. You can use about 6, 7, or 8 for this size. This is a home size. And if you had any other herbs or spices that you want to add at this time, go easy on the garlic because it's very strong. But if you want to add rosemary or thyme or anything you have in your fridge that you want to use up, this is a good time to use it. So now we have to make sure this pot has enough cold water to cover. So we'll just continue to cover the stock. There's some principles of stock making that you need to know. First of all, you always start with cold water. So over to the stove we go. I'm going to turn my stove on and give this a bit of a stir with a big wooden spoon. Okay, just give it one stir to get it all mixed up. Now, principles of stock making. Do not cover your stock. Do not stir your stock at any time now. Once you've stirred it initially, don't stir it again. Bring it to a boil and then you simmer it for approximately an hour and a half, and you will have the most luscious chicken stock ready to make your soups. So when you get to school or when you have your textbook available, please read up on stock making and what a mirepoix is. And also, if you don't have the textbook, just go on the internet and check out what a mirepoix is for perfect stock making. So we'll see you soon, and thanks for watching Stock Making.